everybody? Welcome to part 2 of important things you need to know while on this journey of self-development, self-love, and finding happiness within you, because you are going to cross these roadblocks and I don't want anyone to give up. So before we get into it, let's cue that intro. Alright, so part 2, important things that you need to know. Today, the next one, and I know some of you have probably already experienced this. And by the way, if you're enjoying this series, go ahead and hit that like button. As you all know, with the YouTube algorithm, it'll definitely help out. Get this channel start picking up, get it more boosted, because a lot of people need to hear this message, and we don't want to hold anybody back, okay? So please remember to hit that like button, subscribe if you're also enjoying it. Definitely helps me out, helps out the channel too. Let's get right into it. So, you are going to be tested daily. Alright? And now let me explain what I mean. But some of y'all like, man, I'm being tested right now just in life. But man, when the self-development journey, oh my gosh, you get tested so much more, especially in the beginning stages, versus the latter, because you end up developing. You remember how we talked about in part 1 that army? And if you haven't seen it, go back and watch that one. But that army that you get, once you've built up, a lot of those negative thoughts are now erased away. So the latter doesn't happen as much, just because by then you know who you are and you've established yourself and you've created authority in that space where you won't even allow anyone to knock on your confidence. And they can make comments, but it won't affect you the same way. But remember, we're in those beginning stages of figuring out how to break through. So what do I mean by you will be tested daily? Okay, right now, people have a perception of you based on all the decisions, all the actions, all the things you've done over time, okay? And now that they've built up this perception about you, they view you a certain way. Now you've decided, I want to change. I want to be different. I want to fix, the things about me that I'm just not happy with. So the first issue with that for other people is that they already have a perception of you. And so now, when you turn around and you make that decision to be like, hey, I don't think that way anymore. I don't do things that way anymore. They're like, who are you? Come on, stop all that. That's not who you are. You know who you've always been. You know what you always do. And it's manipulative, yes. But on the flip token, it's really just how they perceive you, because this is the person that you have put out for the world to know over this time frame. And so what you have to understand is that you are going against other people's thoughts and opinions. And as you would know, people do not like to be wrong in their thought process. So something that you have to keep top of mind is that not only are you trying to win yourself over, but with winning yourself over, you will be changing the perceptions of other people. And with that, you really need to persevere through those moments, okay? And understanding that within those moments, while you're going to be tested, and this is going to be family, this is going to be friends, this is going to be yourself. I mean, good gracious, if you video 1, we talk about the importance of that just one decision isn't enough. And yourself, you're always going to be tested, because it's going to be well, who are you now? And you have to be able to own that, this is who I am now. Great example, I'm doing these videos on a Saturday morning, right? A lot of people be like, oh, no, that's turn up time. That's time to get lit. That's time to do this. But no, I won't even start my day or go start rolling with my day until I get something done that puts me closer to my future life, okay? But this is just who I am. This is what I know I do. I actually wish it wasn't way over there. I actually just bought little pocket notebooks to bring with me for when little ideas come top of mind. I can write them down right away, versus me having to type in my phone or try to remember. And but that's just who I am now. So the tested part, you're gonna be able to waver over time, but you're gonna have to build that. When it comes to your friends, you're gonna understand that it's not gonna work out with everybody. And in part 3, I'm gonna cover what happens when it doesn't work out with particular friends or people that you have right now. So definitely stay tuned for that. And then with family, it's the same thing with them. We're also gonna cover that in part 3 on why these things are gonna matter and what could potentially happen now that you've decided to take this journey. So hope you all understand that you will be tested daily. It won't be an easy journey, but you have the ability to change those perceptions, not only of yourself, of how other people view you, but it is going to take time, and you just have to get used to it, okay? Like right now, remember again, people view you a certain way, and now you want them to view you a different way. Yes, you have to put in a lot of work to make sure that happens. Actually, I'll tell you all a story. When I first started working on myself, I was not the person I am today, and I'll never forget. Actually, I probably have forgotten, but I can remember now telling y'all. But like, I was getting messages in the very beginning, like on like Snapchat. That's what how long ago this was. Oh, that's not who you are. Like, what's all this positivity stuff you talking about? What's all this self-development stuff you talking about? This. And like, in the very beginning, I was like, dang, I guess this is the person I've put out to the world. But then after like 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, then I started getting messages like, wow, this really is who you are. Like, wow, I see you've changed a lot. Wow, like, I mean, I met somebody, I ran into somebody literally, I was saying for 4 years yesterday. They were out here in LA, and we're talking and chatting about things, and literally like about 30 minutes to the conversation, they're like, you are not the same person from 4 or 5 years ago. It's not that I still don't have a great personality and those other things, but I know who I am. Like, and I own this space, and I won't let that waver under any condition. And so it's just like, it's people, and they just naturally get even more respect for you because they recognize how much their opinion won't shatter who you are, shatter your beliefs about what you can achieve in life, okay? So everyone can definitely get to that point. But we all got to make sure that you keep making those decisions and understanding that you're going to be tested. If you all enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, make sure to subscribe button, and I'll definitely see you in part 3, where we're going to cover what happens when people don't respect you while you are being tested on this journey. See you all in the next video.